I got this new content creator tool. It's not just a regular stand. Like, it's got like octopus legs, and I can like make it conform to bend shit. So, you know. And I like it a lot because, you know, I'm creative, so I can literally tie these arms in any kind of way. You see? Now, when I want to play this for you, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I could just boom. And now we there. Boom. Yeah. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? This thing is awesome. Then I can make it secure because the legs are like, you know, yeah, thing's pretty neat. I'm not gonna lie to you. Now I know what you're thinking. Why are you smiling so much when your bank account was hacked and you're receiving online threats? Because the only problem with my account being hacked is that it's Friday. Banks are very secure these days, especially when you're quote unquote in the public eye. That's what they say when your job is, you know, doing this. So it's gonna happen from time to time. Because if you think about it, anybody can look up Cardi B's first and last name and try some shit. They say that happens. And I was like, when you put it like that, oh yeah, it actually makes a lot of sense, actually. And, you know, there's always scammers, there's always hackers, there's always people trying stuff. You know, it is what it is. The only problem is that it's Friday, so I have to wait until Monday or Tuesday to get my money back. But they started all the processes and everything. It also sucks because I'm going to New York tomorrow. And Trump's left me with $87. But, like, you know, what are you going to do? Like, I'm going to get my money back within a couple of days. You know what I'm saying? All I know is that the devil's working real hard. There must be some blessings coming. Because that's actually superb timing. Because I'm going to New York tomorrow. It's actually superb timing. He's really working hard on that one. But it's not like I'm going out there to impress women. I'm going out there. It's a work trip. I got my homie out there. You know, so it ain't like, I don't know. It's just not. It's a big deal, I guess. You know what I'm saying? But I just think it's really funny. There you go. If y'all want to, well, not even if y'all want to support the channel. If you want to support the channel, there you go. The Cash App's right there. I have a new PR lady. She tells me that I have to do this. And I told her that I didn't like doing this, but she said, if Anton Daniels can do it, why can't you? And she didn't really have to elaborate further because that nigga got way more money and fame and following and everything than I do. So if people want to, but you know, it would be nice if you niggas supported the channel today, though. I ain't gonna lie to you. It would be neat. You feel me? So yeah. So ever since Charlie Kirk was assassinated, I've been making videos saying that he shouldn't have been assassinated. And I've been getting way more threats than I ever have in my life. I'm talking about way more threats than I ever have. More threats than when I roasted Jim Jones. Single moms never threatened me. Single moms would laugh or ignore me or hate me or whatever. Like, I rarely got messages from single moms. Like, the few hateful messages that I got from single moms, I posted. Like, single moms never hated me the way people thought that they did. They laughed. That's honestly the only reason I made all the Now You a Single Mom content, because single moms laughed. If you were butthurt, you were butthurt. One day, a single mom of 8 called my call-in show to tell me how much she loved my shit. After that, I didn't care who got offended. Never cared. So I start making content saying that it's kind of wrong that y'all are celebrating that a man was, you know, murdered. Saying that this is how a lot of liberals are. You say shit they don't like, death threats, violence, and they try to get you canceled. They try to play with your income. And look at what these people have done to me. Threats and trying to play with my income. I have no proof that it was some liberal or some libiquita or some roach that hacked my account. It could have been some foreign dude who saw that I have a following and was just doing his job. But it's mighty coincidental that a couple of days after I start making content saying that this man was just shot for words, the bank account gets hacked. Luckily, I had already set up certain protections. But it's just a big coincidence. Mighty big coincidence. Isn't it so funny how liberals do not want you to have a different opinion? I've been going viral for a year and some change. This ain't happened to me. And it was spectacular timing too, because it was Friday. My bank called me at 4:45 in the PM. Like, did you make these purchases? I was like, no. 4:45 in the PM. They close at 5. That's some excellent customer service if I ever heard it. So that being said, it would be really nice of y'all to support the channel today via the Cash App, because it would be nice. But if not, it's cool. I ain't never mad at nobody. All I can say, brother, is pick your battles wisely. Never. 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 Do you know why? I'm an entertainer. I tell jokes. I keep it real. So I'm going to just stop keeping it real. Like, y'all understand, I make jokes and speak on things that I really don't give a fuck about. It'll just entertain you. You feel me? So why the hell wouldn't I speak out against something or speak on something when I'm actually passionate about it? You hear me? And and I started to see how evil liberals were. You remember when they blackballed Now You a Single Mom, and they mainstreamed all the violent shit, all the sex shit. But they told me that I wasn't wanted here. That seems kind of evil if you're promoting all this evil and you literally blackballing, giving a media blackout to a brother with a good message. Sounds evil. Sounds evil. You know what else sounds evil? Making these kids aware of sex. Why are y'all so obsessed with these children knowing about sexual identities? I was arguing with a motherfucker. He said, kids need to understand. Hold on. I gotta read these real quick. I rather pick your battles. Appreciate that. Thank you for the super chat though. Sorry I didn't like it. Got you, brother. Appreciate you, Brito. Keep at it. Appreciate it, Black Scorpion. Thank you. Yeah, super chats are very nice, but you know, YouTube be taxing on the super chats. So you can definitely you know, hook it up in the Cash App. You heard me? You heard me. But anyway though. He said that it's important that these kids know they have a right to choose. I said about sex? Thank you, Amaru. Thank you. I said about sex? Why are y'all so obsessed with these kids knowing about sex? That's our problem. That's honestly the whole problem. Nobody gives a fuck about how, like, maybe when I was in high school, people gave a fuck about how the ubiquitous lived their lives. And I used to literally say, stay out of their bedroom. Why do you care so much? But now it's, why do you want everybody in your bedroom? I don't care. Love your channel. Keep your head up. Thank you. The head is up. I appreciate it because, you know, I'm going to get my money. Like if this was Tuesday or Wednesday, I have my money back tomorrow or like by the end of business or whatever, because they've set up these types of things because because I'm on the internet for a living, you know. But I love the analogy that she gave me. It really put my mind at ease. She said, we got your back because think about it. Anybody can look up Cardi B's first and last name and try something with her finances. I was like, that actually makes plenty of sense. 2 Chainz is one of my favorite rappers. I could look up his name right now, first name and last name, and figure out his birth date and try some shit. You know what I'm saying? People do stuff. I was like, oh yeah. So they called me at 4:45. That's actually some wonderful customer service. Calling me at 4:45 to ask me that I make a big purchase. 4:45 on a Friday when you ready to go home. At the end of the day, they'll project everything onto everyone. Usually I don't read $5, but a bunch of people done sent some super chats, so I'm feeling pretty grateful. But yes. Majin Buu in this bitch. Thank you. Y'all go stream Majin Buu if you haven't. It's a wonderful diss song, if I do say so myself. I love it when people give me an excuse to rap. Cause I'm a grown ass man. Like I kind of need an excuse to make a rap song. If we just keeping it funky. So I love a reason to make a diss song. So yeah, that's why so many people are conservative today though. Because they care about their kids way more than they care about you being damn comfortable. I've said it before, I'll say it again, and I'll keep saying it. If you use pronouns that are different than what you look like, you shouldn't be allowed to be an elementary school teacher or even a middle school teacher. Because why do you have to have a job around children when your sexuality is your identity? And they always say, because it's just a job, get any other job. Anything that don't involve children. Thank you, EG. Oh yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for telling me to say that. Appreciate that, whoever said that. Yeah, like and subscribe. You heard me? Cause this isn't gonna be a political channel, but this is just very trending right now. And I'm passionate because I didn't like everything Charlie Kirk said. When people say things that I don't like, I don't have to stew on it. More importantly, if I felt that passionately about something Charlie said that I didn't like, what's really pissing me off about his assassination is that he wasn't one of these chumps that ducked people who disagreed with him. He came to college campuses because he wanted to hear your thoughts, especially if you disagreed with them. Because A, he wanted to enlighten you, and B, he liked having his morals challenged to see if you know, because like it tests your own personal character. Um, More importantly, you know what? I said this at the end of what I'm about to show you. I don't want to spoil myself. But he wasn't just a great debater. He was a great debater because he was well read and he had facts. Like when he said, nobody likes to hear that black people commit most of the crimes in this country. That's why they're most of the people in the prisons. Nobody likes to hear that. What's wrong with that fact? Duh, nigga. Have you heard our music? It's either, which one is it? The music is a reflection of our reality, or the music influences us to do the stupid shit. Either way, it's blacks. Both my parents is black. I know niggas be loving to pull my black card because I'm light-skinned and articulate. I know. I'm not a real nigga. I know. But who else's music regularly talks about robbing and killing as mainstream shit? And I listen to it. But don't sit here and play stupid when people say, well, maybe your music is part of the reason why your community's so fucked up. Look at Chicago. Y'all wonder why Chicago is a violent shithole. Look at my rise in Chicago, or lack thereof. If I had to go through Chicago, I would never make it out of Chicago. Because they love their violence and their sex. They're incredibly offended by the accountability in the sentence, you let them hit it raw. And no, neither one of my parents are white. I'm just light-skinned as fuck. And that's another thing black people do. Just because somebody says something about your community doesn't mean they're wrong if they're not dark. Sorry, niggas. Non-dark people can be right about you niggas. You don't mind it when they pander, when they pander with facts. You don't mind anybody's compliment when they're hey hyping you. You don't mind the race of the person when it's a compliment. There's no colorism when there's a compliment. But heaven forbid some criticism come towards you niggas. It's, hey, well, you know, why are you talking about us? Why are you using your eyes and your ears and your brain and then using your mouth? You better shut up talking about us. It's not what you do. It's not what you do. That's Chicago. Their biggest comedian right now, that nigga Corporate. He's funny. But everything is guns and sex. And they love it. Guns and sex. Corporate with a K. Y'all know him. Everything is guns and sex. He's funny. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. I'm never mad at a content creator. You have to look at the audience, though. He's the biggest one in Chicago. Guns and sex all the time. It tells you what Chicago's about. Do you know in Chicago, the Chicago strippers brag? Tell me if I'm lying, chat. Anybody out here who know anything about this life in Chicago? Mind you, my sister used to strip. She used to be a sex worker. I appreciate. Look, oh yeah. By the way, but before I make that point, I just want to say, I'm not a member of the Libiquita community. I know there have been a couple of comments. There would be some trolls, maybe some people who have these angry sexual crushes on me, but they don't know that they're Libiquita, so they say stuff like that. Anybody who brings sexuality to this channel at all, that comes from a internal place. Because I don't make sexual content. Not in the slightest bit. So if you are bringing thoughts of sex to my channel, you brought them here. And one thing I learned is that I cannot help who I turn on. So I would like to apologize to all the members of the Libiquita community who looked at any of my mannerisms and thought, you know what, he might be one of the... I'm sorry. I humbly apologize. No matter how many times you say it, I'll never go in the house and be like, you know what? Maybe those niggas in the comment section was right. You know what? You know? So I apologize. Because even though you're the one having those feelings, accountability. Because I'm not going to change how I act in fear of turning on some Libiquita. The Libiquitas are allowed to be attracted to whoever they want to be attracted to. And we all know whether you're straight or Libiquita, weird and confused does not have a sexuality. Sorry for you. I wish I remembered what my original point was. I really was going somewhere, but oh well. Now, without further ado, I put together a lovely compilation for y'all today. This compilation is called Fuck Around and Find Out. By the way, if you don't know, if you just got here, I started making videos a couple days ago about why Charlie Kirk should not have been shot. And that I actually liked the guy. I just didn't like everything he said, obviously. I am black. I didn't like everything he said. Most things he said were taken out of context. People heard clips, but nobody should be shot for their opinions. And I've been making content about it. The fact that people are celebrating his demise, being shot in front of his children, you know. And for the past couple of days, I've been getting threats, more threats than I've ever gotten. It's actually hilarious. I just want people to know I don't believe in cyberbullying. I was born in 1988. All right. I remember when I used to have to get off of the phone so my mama could use the internet, and vice versa. I'm older than Google. All right. So that being said, I do not believe in cyberbullying. Yeah, somebody mentioned George Floyd. I didn't agree with what he said about George Floyd. But that's how he felt. He talked about a million other things. He talked about so many other things that I agreed with. And I grew up a Lil Wayne fan. Lil Wayne was my favorite rapper. But you know what being a Lil Wayne fan taught me? If I focus on the shit about you that I don't like, I won't like you. I didn't like 30% of Lil Wayne's music. Easy. I forgot about it. Being a Lil Wayne fan taught me. Lil Wayne kissed a nigga in the mouth. You remember that? Him and Birdman? Mwah! It was a long kiss. In the mouth. Mwah! I was like, well, my immediate thought was, if he likes dick, he likes dick. Don't get no fuck. Spit them bars, nigga. That wasn't really a thing. I don't really, and honestly, I never dove into what that was about, why, how, because I will never, ever in my life care who another man sleeps with. I can't say that enough. I will never, Jesus is king, facts. I will never in my life care about who another man sleeps with. A man could be married to a woman and he does a bunch of whatever. Who cares what he does? That's him and his. Man, what? Will never care. So that being said, I don't have to like everything you say to be a fan of you. I have to like most of it. That's it. You know what I respect about Charlie? He wouldn't get angry if you told him he was wrong. He wouldn't wish death on you if you told him he was wrong. He wouldn't think you shouldn't be able to earn a living because you told him he was wrong. That's what I know about Charlie. And let me tell you about the extreme things that he would say. You know what? That's for the end of the compilation. Because I answered the question about all the extreme things that he would say. But first, we have the fuck around and found out compilation. Because, so many people came out celebrating the murder of a man. What y'all don't understand is that it would have been completely different had the man died of natural causes of old age. And y'all were like, yeah, fuck Charlie. I didn't like that guy. You know what I'm saying? But he was murdered in front of his children. Somebody's going to spell out the N-word. That's really clever and original. Anyway. Oh, you got a couple of them. Yeah. I'm going to leave all these comments in. I'm going to leave them all in. I would appreciate if people who in here fuck with me could just leave some comments too. Because we know there's going to be a bunch of liberal waste in here. Because most of the people who are still liberal are either mentally ill or support the mentally ill. And the mentally ill are passionate with those thumbs. Let me tell you. I used to be liberal when it meant let them get married. But I guess I'm a modern day conservative when I say leave the kids alone. Isn't that a crazy statement to say? That I'm a conservative because I say y'all should leave the kids alone when it comes to sexuality? You shouldn't let kids be trans? That makes you a conservative in America today. If you don't think children should be trans, that makes you conservative. I don't care what adult people do, but I don't think children should be trans. So I'm a conservative. It doesn't matter how else I feel about anything. If I don't think children should be trans, I'm conservative. And you think If you say that sentence to me out loud, it's going to make me ashamed to say, all right, whatever you call me. I can give a fuck what the label is. Leave the goddamn kids alone. I don't care what the label is. You call me whatever you want. As long as the definition is, I don't think children should be involved with sexuality. Whatever you put, whatever the word is, that's fine. Because respectfully speaking, I have respect for sexuality. Because think about this. This is why I respect sexuality. This is why I was liberal my whole life. Puberty was awkward enough. High school sexuality as a teen was awkward enough. And I'm 37. So if you grew up having feelings in the locker room, that's awkward. That adds to the layer of awkwardness. You feel me? So if you tell me that you're gay, I don't think you can change that. If you tell me you're a lesbian, I don't think you can change that. I also don't care enough to even try to debate you about it. You told me you're gay. I believe you, my nigga. You told me you're a lesbian. I believe you, sis. You got it. You tell me you're bisexual. Good for you. Did I think it was wrong that people said you couldn't marry who you wanted to marry? Yeah, that shit was wrong. Yeah, we were liberal. Was it wrong that people were getting fired because they found they found out that you were gay? Now, mind you, they used to have to find out you were gay because, you know, nobody used to bring sexuality to the workplace. You feel me? Now they want to bring sexuality to the workplace. You see where we've gotten now? There's too much dip on that damn chip. There's too much dip on that chip. That's all it is. Just roll it back. Hey, blacks, stop committing so much crime. He said that with racist intent, but he's right. Just because someone is a racist does not mean they can't say a correct statement. That's the problem with y'all. You don't think you can get wisdom from a crackhead. I could tell you ain't never lived in the hood. A crackhead will drop a sentence on you that will change your life. You have to listen with both ears and then decide if they're full of shit. Don't assume they're full of shit because of how you feel. That's where y'all be fucking up. Because the dumbest woman who I ever knew, the dumbest girl who I ever knew in my life, she was our salutatorian. And if you don't know what salutatorian means, you have valedictorian, the first in the class. The salutatorian is the second in the class. She never got a B in high school. She was studious. She worked hard. She played tennis. She was good. She worked her ass off. But girl, that girl was dumb as a box of rocks. She couldn't tie her shoes together. You have to get to know people. Give everybody a chance. So I had these thoughts. I had these thoughts earlier when I was riding around thinking about Charlie and the whole situation. And like sometimes, you know, I couldn't have said it better myself if I try to say it again or make a video or whatever. So this is just raw, you know, real rap raw. By the way, yes, my bank account did get hacked, and I'm going to New York tomorrow. So I got my Cash App and shit. Like my money will be back Monday, Tuesday, because I got good shit. Because they said this can happen from time to time as your name grows, because people can look up celebrities' names. She said, I know you don't think you're a celebrity, but like, even if you're F list, you are, you have a name. You're on the internet for a living. So this will happen from time to time, and it happened. And they called me and they were like, no problem. That's why I'm not tripping. They only left me with $87. They were spending, but that's why I'm not tripping, because they said it happens. She said, welcome. I remember when I first got the extra protection. She said, and I quote, "Welcome to your new life." And I was like, okay. It's just fiendish timing that I started making videos that were not anti Charlie Kirk. I started getting more threats than ever, and my account gets hacked. Anyway, I want to say something real quick about all the people who have something to say about the extreme quotes that you have heard from Charlie Kirk. He debated people, and when people couldn't make him agree with them with regular logic, they would paint extreme scenarios just to make sure he would hold pat to whatever morals he was saying. And Charlie, no matter what, believed that abortion was wrong. Whether you agree with that or not is not really. I don't really care how you feel about abortion. I'm a man, but I always feel like abortion is a woman's conversation unless it's my baby potentially being aborted. That's just how I feel. How I feel isn't fact. So there are lots of people who feel strongly about abortion, whether they're pro or anti. He's very anti-abortion, like a lot of people in the country. A lot of people in the world are anti-abortion. Lots of people feel like babies shouldn't be aborted no matter what. So when Charlie said that, somebody who was arguing with him said, well, if your daughter was such and such and such and such and such and such, and he's just like, I have to hold for how I feel. Same with all the other extreme quotes that y'all have heard from Charlie. Like when he said, you call him racist because he said he would doubt if a black pilot was good enough. But that was simply based on DEI and certain companies having to hire a certain amount of people of color to keep their funding. So he knows that the white guys who aren't good enough, they just don't make it. But he's like, well, since you have to hire a certain amount of a certain race to keep your funding, who's to say that in order to keep your funding, because people are greedy, people don't just do what's right and what's wrong. So who's to say that somebody, in order to keep their funding, wouldn't just push ahead a black dude just to meet the quota? You see, he very much disagreed with the race quotas, modern day race quotas. And he just held to his beliefs. So that being said, he said when he gets on planes and he sees a black pilot, he wonders now because of what he now knows about DEI and race quotas. And as far as how he felt about black people, he just looked up the statistics. Niggas be getting locked up. And I don't want to hear about systemic yada, 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 yada. This is 2025. You make that decision to do crime. Then he's like, why do all these black people make decisions to do crime all the time? Then he turns on the rap music. Oh, here it is. It's right here. All this goddamn jungle music y'all be listening to. Kill a nigga, kill a nigga. Drill music. There's always been violent music ever since I was a kid. Drill music to mainstream music about killing people and talking about it. Drill music. I want some rob a nigga shit. Take a nigga bitch. That's hip hop. Obviously 6ix9ine's not black, but it's hip hop. Before he was labeled a snitch, that he was considered hip hop. That's what we listen to. One of my favorite rappers is ESTG. He's vicious. Vicious. But you see, I don't go out and do this stuff and live that life. If anything, I listened to Lil Wayne my whole life, and I was like, this is entertaining, but I don't want to live like this nigga. I don't want to live like any of the shit he's talking about. You hear what he's talking about? But so many people live the stuff that they're taught in rap music. That's why they be going to jail. Look at the numbers. Like, niggas is like 70% of the prison population, something like that, 60%, 70%, something like that. But we like 14% of America. Come on, G. And it's not systemic. Maybe in 1995, maybe in 2005, not in 2025. So, without further ado, A, you're allowed to hit the Cash App. Don't forget that. You can do it more than once if you've been sitting here for a long time and you feel like I've been spitting. You can do it. I believe in you. It's all right. But if you broke and or don't want to give, I'm not harassing you. A, broke people deserve to be entertained too. B, I know damn well these bills don't stop. Please believe it. I'm just reminding you, you're allowed to do so. Without further ado, this is the Fuck Around and Found Out compilation that I put together for y'all. I really hope you enjoy this. Real quick, I want... Charlie Kirk had a shot, chat. Nobody was in the... Oh, I'm feeling that fucking... That scooter reaction that everyone's fucking cheering, bro. Fuck yes.
Great is this day. Oh my God, please let him be dead. Please let him be dead. Please let him be dead. Please let him be dead.
God, Charlie Kirk was a man of God. Baby, I don't know what God y'all serve, but my God doesn't preach hate.
Hey, so Charlie Kirk just got shot. Maybe there are good guys with guns out there. Update, Charlie Kirk is officially looking up at us, and I'm about to head to the grocery store because I'm making ribs tonight.
Do you support his death?
I do.
You support his death?
Fuck Charlie Kirk.
You support Charlie Kirk being killed?
Yes, I do.
On the day he died, you're here at a vigil for Charlie Kirk and you support his death.
You support a Nazi?
No, I don't support a Nazi. Charlie Kirk wasn't a Nazi. You support his shooter?
Yep, sure do. Sure do.
You support Charlie Kirk's shooter?
Sure do. He does all favor.
Would you shoot somebody like Charlie Kirk?
I would have killed him myself.
You would have killed him yourself.
I just watched the close-up video of Charlie Kirk getting pewed in the neck. No fucking way he survives. So you know what time it is.
A lot of people online praising Charlie Kirk's assassination. There's also a lot of people that no longer have jobs right now.
So y'all got me fired from my job, but at least I got streaming. But I know for a fact none of y'all would even pull up to my stream and say that to my face. Fuck it, I'm gonna go live later, man. Fired. Fired, by the way, just in case you don't want to read that.
Fucking job. I was just fired from my job. I was just fired from my job. I was just fired from my fucking job. I was just fired from my fucking job. Now I have nothing but this. I have nothing but this website. I have nothing anymore. I have nothing. I have nothing anymore. I have nothing anymore. I have nothing anymore. I have nothing anymore.
Concerned men with cherry by uncanadiable into Concerned men, where is cherry? Encouraging men, then where's cherry?
Oh my God.
They fired me, or they're getting rid of me because of my TikTok and the book post.
So this teacher from Connecticut started crying on television because she was forced to resign because she posted this on social media.
Just because you won doesn't mean we don't remember who the you voted for. You're not in the clear. And
Yeah, so that clip goes mega viral. Then she starts freaking out. Oh man, now I have to resign. So she goes on TV and does this.
If you voted for Trump, literally, please delete me, block me, get rid of everything of me, or step to me so that I know what's up and then I can handle you how I see fit. Just because you won doesn't mean we don't remember who the blank you voted for. You're not in the clear. Please, please don't test your on me because you will end on a stretcher, gone forever. What does that mean exactly? Yeah, so
Okay, little update on the captain who left this post right here. He's been fired.
We have sent out over 300 emails to employers, and we have gotten now 15 confirmed fires.
Thousands of people have gone online celebrating the passing of Charlie Kirk, and many of them are now losing their jobs. Many of the people you've seen cheering on the passing of Charlie Kirk started with this man who just moments after Charlie Kirk was struck, right in front of him, was cheering on video that Charlie Kirk was hit. Then you have this woman who was a nurse going on TikTok celebrating the passing of Charlie Kirk, and now people have found out where she works and are talking to her employers. This man who wrote this entire statement here is actually in the military, and people have already alerted Pete Hegseth, who is essentially this man's boss, and will probably be trying to do something about it. You have another woman who was a second and third grade teacher's aide who was posting about that she wished she would have heard of another obituary talking about Donald Trump, but instead she would settle for Charlie Kirk. And this man, probably the most prominent person to be fired after their comments on Charlie Kirk, was Matthew Dowd.
As the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Yeah. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave. Longhorn Steakhouse is hiring, bitch. Longhorn Steakhouse is always hiring, bitch. It's a Longhorn Steakhouse in every county around these United States of America. Just don't tell them you got fired because of your social media. Longhorn's hiring. It sure no ill. Y'all know I'm too petty for this. Y'all know I'm too petty for this. Longhorn Steakhouse is sure enough hiring. You know what music I'm hearing in my head right now? That old Lil Wayne. Fuck with me. Thank you. All right. All right. Oh, V, I got him, boy. Thank you. You can't see me, and I see you, and I see you. Lord, I got him. Bitch ass niggas. That's what y'all get. for celebrating a man being viciously murdered because you didn't like his damn words. It's exactly what you get. There have been people online who have had the... I love it when y'all just talk. That's all y'all have to do is just keep talking. Because when you're wrong, no matter how much talking you do, you either sound wronger, wrongest, or the very most wrong. Like, I'm so grateful you don't see how disgusting you are because you have the internet where you can find like-minded, disgusting people. I'm glad. I'm so comfortable. I'm so glad you're so comfortable saying that shit out loud. Y'all are just like the women with these unrealistic expectations and they don't even look, you know them, and they say the shit out loud and they're screaming to us, every good-minded man should leave her alone. Thank you. Thank you. Keep talking. Please keep talking. Because you're the only people. Let me tell you something real. You know you're so upset you think Charlie deserved to die, right? Y'all are the only people who let words affect you like that. Y'all, that's y'all's game. That's y'all's territory. I know you think everybody shares that mental illness, but we don't. People in Chicago are spray painting shit as a means of protest. I'm like, all right. National Guard's still coming though. This is real cute. I'm glad you found something to do with your afternoon. You know, like y'all are just like those feminist girls that play that song. All day motherless therapist, innocent all day innocent therapist, mother made that's no therapist. You know that damn feminist ass song. That's y'all right now. That's all y'all. Handmaid, mother maid, therapist. Let's pick just a singing clown, a professional singing clown. Put some respect on my title. I've been waiting my life for people to call me a clown, and I could say, professional clown. I really appreciate all of the... Y'all think y'all are clever with your jokes, but you know, it's just kind of... Like you said, Charlie was all talk until his throat fell on the ground. That was, I guess that's like clever. It didn't make you uncomfortable to type that? All right. That shows who you are, not me. I just... That's another problem. That's another problem with liberals. They don't think family is more important than anything. If you thought family was more important than anything, you would be horrified by the fact that A, he was killed in front of his kids, and B, his children will grow up without him. But y'all don't really hear me. You just want to dance.
Shot. Seriously. That ain't crazy.
Oh.
To you? Oh, it's not. Nah,
That's what happened. Okay.
Rid of everything.
I thought I messed up when I edited this video, but it connected to the Bluetooth in the car and the volume was down. Let me let y'all finish this. There we go. Yeah, because this is entertainment, especially the end. The end is pure cinema. Farad B was the only person. Was the only person who made me laugh about this shit. That nigga is hilarious. Farad B or Farad B, however he pronounces that shit. That is one of the funniest niggas on the planet.
The book post. So this teacher from Connecticut started crying on television because she was forced to resign because she posted this on social media.
Just because.
I want to know a couple of things. And it's a rhetorical question because you liberals can't answer any questions that make sense. You guys are so pro-libiquita, but the first thing you want to do to insult a straight man is to call him gay or queer. So is it a bad thing to be one of those things? First of all. And second of all, why is someone's sexuality an insult? So is it a bad thing or not? Because if I was queer, why would you be insulting me about it? That's why that insult never really stings past like 7th grade, because it just doesn't make any sense. Because y'all supposed to be pro that. So why would it be an insult? It just never made sense to me. Anyway, sorry.
What doesn't mean we don't remember who the you voted for. You're not in the clear. And just please don't test your on me because you will end on a stretcher. Gone. Forever.
Yeah, so that clip goes mega viral. Then she starts freaking out. Oh man, now I have to resign. So she goes on TV and does this.
If you voted for Trump, literally, please delete me, block me, get rid of everything of me, or step to me so that I know what's up and then I can handle you how I see fit. Just because you won doesn't mean we don't remember who the blank you voted for. You're not in the clear. Please don't test your on me because you will end on a stretcher, gone forever. What does that mean exactly?
Yeah, so that
Okay, little update on the captain who left this post right here. He's been fired.
We have sent out over 300 emails to employers, and we have gotten now 15 confirmed fires.
Thousands of people have gone online celebrating the passing of Charlie Kirk, and many of them are now losing their jobs. Many of the people you've seen cheering on the passing of Charlie Kirk started with this man who just moments after Charlie Kirk was struck, right in front of him, was cheering on video that Charlie Kirk was hit. Then you have this woman who was a nurse going on TikTok celebrating the passing of Charlie Kirk, and now people have found out where she works and are talking to her employers. This man who wrote this entire statement here is actually in the military, and people have already alerted Pete Hegseth, who is essentially this man's boss, and will probably be trying to do something about it. You have another woman who is a 2nd and 3rd grade teacher's aide who was posting about that she wished she would have heard of another obituary talking about Donald Trump, but instead she would settle for Charlie Kirk. And this man, probably the most prominent person to be fired after their comments on Charlie Kirk, was Matthew Dowd.
And I always go back to hateful thoughts lead to hateful words, which then lead to hateful action.
Who was actually working at MSNBC and went on air saying some absolutely terrible things.
God damn, bro, they just shot Charlie Kirk. Bro, this the best day of my fucking life. Are you serious? Did they hit any other family members? Yeah, nah, bro. Yeah, he got...
Bro, that shit takes me out. That nigga said... That nigga said, did they hit any of the other family members? Like, that's how you know when somebody's funny, because that's not funny at all. But that's exactly how they sound. That's exactly how they sound. This is the best day of my life. Did they hit anybody else? That's exactly... He is spot on, bro. Straight up spot on. Like, listen to this.
Terrible things. Ah, damn, bro, they just shot Charlie Kirk. Bro, this the best day of my fucking life. Are you serious? Did they hit any other family members? Yeah, nah, bro. Yeah, he got, like, he just oozing blood. Look at this shit. Let me see. Violence. Oh, shit! Hey, can you get that on SD card? I wanna watch that before I go to bed tonight. I wanna show my kids that. Bro, what the fuck is wrong with you? You sick? You good? The fuck you mean am I good? Bro, I ain't never felt this good in my motherfucking life. Seriously. That ain't crazy to you? Oh, it's not. Now, maybe they'll think twice about what we be saying when we be trying to fucking tell them about these guns and all this other shit. Now they'll think about it next time. And why they just get him? They didn't see all them fans. That's what they gonna do, huh? They gonna be like, damn. Shot my dog, man. I feel what they saying now. We should go understand them. That what they gonna do? Yeah, because now we speaking their language. And based off my vision, this look like the right decision. Speaking their language. So it must be. All right. You got it. You got it.
I'm gonna play that shit again, bro. This is one of the funniest niggas alive. Listen to how he said, did they hit any other family members? Like, cause they all sound nuts.
Damn, bro, they just shot Charlie Kirk. Bro, this the best day of my fucking life. Are you serious? Did they hit any other family members? Yeah, nah, bro. Yeah, he got, like, he just oozing blood. Look at this shit. Let me see. Violence. Oh, shit! Hey, can you get that on SD card? I wanna watch that before I go to bed tonight. I wanna show my kids that. Bro, what the fuck is wrong with you? You sick? You good? The fuck you mean am I good? Bro, I ain't never felt this good in my motherfucking life. Seriously. That ain't crazy to you? Oh, it's not. Now, maybe they'll think twice about what we be saying when we be trying to fucking tell them about these guns and all this other shit. Now they'll think about it next time. And why they just get him? They didn't see all them fans. That's what they gonna do, huh? They gonna be like, damn. Shot my dog, man. I feel what they saying now. We should go understand them. That what they gonna do? Yeah, because now we speaking their language. And based off my vision, this look like the right decision. Speaking their language. So it must be. All right. You got it. You got it.
That's exactly how they've been sounding. Like, all he did, honestly, was just listen to a bunch of people and just took what they said verbatim and made that into a TikTok. And he was the common sense person. Like, yo, like, really? This how you feel? They're like, yeah, this is wonderful. Niggas will know better next time. They shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up when you talk. You better shut up. Did you know Justin Jefferson done made me a Minnesota Vikings fan? I've always resisted the urge to be a Minnesota Vikings fan. All right? I've always resisted the urge. I've always loved the Vikings. I love Randy Moss, Nuff said, Dante Culpepper, then Chris Carter and shit. I've always loved the Vikings. They cool as fuck. Minnesotans are cool. Minnesota has a heavy, Minneapolis has a heavy Somali community. Somali women be fine. You know, I like Minnesota. But they're in my division. You know, I'm from Chicago. I'd much rather cry during football season because the Bears always suck. Excuse me. Give me gas thinking about the Bears. Justin Jefferson done pledged to pay for Charlie Kirk's children's expenses in college until they're grown enough to do it themselves. Justin Jefferson said he done pledged to pay for Charlie's children's expenses and school until they're old enough to do it themselves. Now I'm sure y'all are gonna tell Justin Jefferson to go to hell too. Was Charlie from Minnesota? And see, and then there's people. He's from Illinois. See, you see, I wasn't some like Charlie Kirk fanboy, but I did like him. I liked him plenty. And in death, y'all are proving conservatives right about liberals. You know, people have had the audacity. People have had the audacity to say, well, Malcolm X, JFK, and Martin Luther King Jr. were shot too. And I was like, and it was horrible. And the person who did it was a terrible person. And anybody who tap dance on their graves were bad people. But what do we? It's like the more they try to make examples to excuse their putrid behavior, the more they show that they just are fixated on being right no matter what. So many grown people are just unable to be like, I was wrong about anything. And it's really sad. It's really sad. You ain't Jesus? Who do you think you are? You always right? Okay, Jesus. Just walk around. Call yourself Jesus. Go to the DMV, tell them you want to change your name to Jesus. Because you're never wrong. And Charlie was wrong quite a bit. He spoke a lot. He had a lot of opinions. They're not all going to be right. I disagree with him about black people and reparations. Because I know what I could do with a month worth of free labor. The nation was literally bankrolled on the back of a couple hundred years of free labor. It's just math. Come on now. Come on now. And I don't argue with anybody because it's like abortion. You can't argue with people. You either if you feel a way or you don't. Whatever. I don't think everybody who feels like black people shouldn't get abortions is a bad person. You're allowed to have an opinion. I could think it's wrong. It's okay. Nobody's Jesus. You see, this is the mind of a toxic woman. Tubby Coon, you have the mind of a toxic woman, and it's really sad if you're a man. I'm gonna tell you why. You're the type of person who will take one thing about one person and make that a reason not to mess with them. It doesn't matter what somebody says. They could say a bunch of things you like. As soon as they say one thing you don't like, it's fuck them. That's how toxic women think. I literally just said I didn't like a lot of things that he said. More importantly, let me tell you something about America. If you think Charlie Kirk is in the minority with white Americans when they say we're never giving you niggas reparations, you're dead wrong. That's how white people feel. It's very split. I don't know how the pendulum swings, but it's very split. I'm supposed to just walk around mad at half of white people because I want reparations? I got news flash for you. None of the generations of black folks before me got reparations, and they still got to this money. Had a good life. So if you think I'm going to spend my life crying about reparations because I think we should get them, it's just not true. You see, that's what liberals do, though. When liberals don't like something, they make it their personality to cry about it. So you assume others do the same thing. I know. I know. I know. I know. I know. I know. So yeah, this has been a productive live. I have to pack. Actually I have to do some laundry before I pack. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. All right, so um hmm. Can I? There we go. Hold on. Nope. It won't let me do multiples. Nope. Okay. Nope. All right. Damn it. Move. What the fuck is this? There we go. There we go. All right. All right. So, any miscellaneous questions? Put all the questions in. You live in your car for real, for real. Let me tell you about why I be in the car. When I first blew up on TikTok, that's actually, I know you didn't ask a question, but I actually don't mind. I never mind answering this question. And this question is, no, I'm gonna put that's gonna be a chapter of the book. My PR lady's helping me write a book because she's amazing. She's written 23 books herself, so ooh, that's a good one. Thank you for that. Thank you very much. Because that's a whole story and a good one, and it's game behind that story too. So thank you very much for that. All right, is the nose ring real or not? Very. I don't think men. I don't know if you mean a real piercing or a real nose ring. The answer is yes to both questions. I don't think men should wear fake jewelry. If a man is going to wear jewelry, because once again, a man don't have to wear jewelry. It should be real. Men shouldn't walk around with these stainless steel and hard plastic fucking accessories. Gold, silver. Gold though. Who the fuck wears silver? I guess people like silver. I just don't. What's your favorite color? Black. Now, so 5 minutes. Anybody has any questions? 74 minutes. All right, bet. At 80 minutes, I'll be out of here. How's your day going? I'm fine, but the day is shitty because somebody hacked my bank account and it's Friday and I'm going to New York tomorrow. You know, so it's the last business day of the week, even though my account is like they set me up to where I'm on high alert because I'm on the internet for a living. So anybody could look up anybody, especially somebody on the internet. Like, think about it. That Kai Cenat, you could look up his first and last name and birthday right now, and then try some shit based on, you could look up his where he used to live and whatever. You know what I'm saying? It happens all the time. So I'm not tripping. It's just like that's really good devilish timing. And it happened around the same time I'm getting threats and shit. I'm like, I know what this is. Y'all can't unnerve me. I know what this is. It's the devil trying to get me to have some type of crash out like I used to be, like I'm 20 something or something, Cause it's some fucked up shit to happen, but like everything's secure. It's just bad timing because it's Friday. Whatever. But I'm just like, I recognize it happening in real time. I'm like, I know what's happening here. I'm on the precipice of something great, and the devil's working. Jordell, this is how I know you're a man or a boy, because women aren't that weird. Only men in 2025 have this need to be seen by someone. I don't know how lonely you are in your everyday life. I apologize for your loneliness. Literally 4.5 minutes ago, I started to answer the question, but then I said, oh, that's actually going to be a good chapter in the book. My PR lady is helping me write a book. She's written 23 books. That answer is actually riddled with game. It'll make an excellent chapter in the book. Yet, like a man who was attracted to a stud, you have to keep harassing me. Did I give you enough attention, sir? The new merch is going to be available on the website on Monday. I got plans for the weekend with the merch in New York, so I can't, you know what I'm saying? Thank you for recognizing the redwood tree on the thing. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what time it is. Did you ever file that lawsuit? I did the first steps. I filed for the order of protection. We go back to court in October for that. I have to email my lawyer with the update on that, and he's gonna tell me what the next step is. Because I have a lawyer for this Facebook shit. So before, that sounded like I didn't like the way that sounded, because the follow up made it sound it sounded. I did the order of protection thing because if anybody who's still here remembers what my sister did last year, even though she was lying, she gave me the sauce on what to do. Thanks, bitch. The judge granted that shit so quick. So we go back to court on the 2nd, and if she shows up, she gets the opportunity to defend herself, which will be glorious, because then my witness will be like, yeah, that's that lying ass bitch right there. If she doesn't show up, then it just goes on her record. And then it'll just cost me a simple $388 to sue her for $100,000. Then, so tomorrow, I'm gonna hit up my lawyer and tell him what's going on and ask him if he wants in on it. Because sometimes they don't be trying to do all that shit all the time. Who knows? I don't really, and I'm not saying he wouldn't want in on it. I'm just not really the type of person who's built to expect anything from anybody, no matter how much sense I think it makes. If that makes sense. Maybe that's trauma, but I just never am built to think, to assume anything about anybody before I've had a conversation with them. If that makes sense. But considering how fast he took that Facebook case, given the evidence, if I know him, he'll be like, "Oh yeah, I want in on that. Let me get that. Thank you." This dumbass. If I know him the way I think I do, I just don't want to make any assumptions. Let's see if I miss any other questions. Hold on. Have you taken a trip out of the country? I've been to Panama one time and I hated it. I didn't hate Panama. I hated the trip. It was awful. I'll tell that story one day. It was terrible. Panama was amazing. The trip was awful. What are you recording the live with? A phone. Why are you asking? Does it look terrible? I know it doesn't. I'll watch this shit back. Oh, it's been 5 minutes. All right, y'all. Well, yeah, I said I would answer 5 questions, you know. I try to be a man of my word. The only time I'm not a man of my word is when I run out of hours during the day and I have to do it the next day or the day after that. Or if I forget something. But I try to. My favorite thing is when I forget something and somebody calls me on something that I said I was going to do. Because if I said I was going to do, I really wanted to do it and I meant it. So thanks for calling me out. I'm going to do that shit right now. So anyway, Majin Buu on repeat. Love, my nigga. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Y'all take care. Remember, you're allowed to hit my Cash App. And to everybody who made a video celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk in front of his kids, I hope you took that shit down. I hope no one screenshotted you, screen recorded you. And I hope you learned your lesson. Even players fuck up. Even players fuck up. Y'all have a good night.